Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining today's technical briefing. We will be conducting a deep dive into a significant development in the AI hardware space, Huawei's latest Ascend 910D AI accelerator and how it stacks up against the established leader, NVIDIA's current lineup. This analysis is crucial for understanding the shifting dynamics of the global semiconductor market, especially in light of ongoing geopolitical tensions and export controls. Executive Summary. Huawei's Ascend 910D is far more than just a new chip. It represents a cornerstone of China's strategic push for semiconductor self-sufficiency. Fabricated on SMIC's 7-nanometer process, this accelerator is a remarkable technical achievement manufactured despite significant constraints. As you can see from the architectural diagram, the design is complex and purpose-built. The key takeaway is that the 910D delivers competitive, even superior, raw computational throughput in specific workloads, achieving 1.2 petaflops of FP16 performance, which positions it as a viable domestic alternative within China. However, this raw performance comes with caveats, primarily challenges in memory bandwidth, and perhaps more importantly, the maturity of its software ecosystem compared to NVIDIA's decades-long head start. Performance comparison, progress bars, and table. Let's move to the hard numbers. This is where the story gets nuanced. In terms of raw FP16 compute, the Ascend 910D actually holds the lead on paper against the NVIDIA H100 at 1.0 versus 1.0 petaflops. This is impressive feat and is the result of architectural optimizations focused squarely on AI operations. However, the picture changes dramatically when we look at memory bandwidth. Here, the H100's HBM3 memory delivers a staggering 3 terabytes per second, completely dwarfing the 910D's 800 gigabytes per second with its HBM2E technology. For training large language models, memory bandwidth is often the critical bottleneck, not raw flops, which is a significant advantage for NVIDIA. Finally, in power efficiency, the 910D shows a strong design. Its thermal design power is half that of the H100, 350 watts versus 700 watts, indicating a more power-efficient design, though this likely comes from its different manufacturing node and architectural trade-offs. The detailed table reinforces these points and introduces other players like NVIDIA's China-specific RTX 6000D, which is more focused on inference tasks. Market implications. The market dynamics are perhaps as fascinating as the technical specs. Driven by U.S. export controls, China's market has effectively bifurcated. This has inadvertently fueled Huawei's rise, catapulting them to over a 70% market share for AI accelerators within China. As you can see in the image of a modern data center, infrastructure is being built out now based on these domestic solutions. Major Chinese tech giants, ByteDance, Alibaba, Tencent, are all evaluating and deploying the Ascend chips, often in a hybrid approach alongside any available NVIDIA solutions. The U.S. sanctions have created a protected market where Huawei can thrive, but it's also accelerated China's technological independence at a pace that likely wouldn't have been achieved otherwise. Software ecosystem. But hardware is only half the battle. The real moat for any computing platform is its software ecosystem. NVIDIA's CUDA is the undisputed king here. It's not just an API. It's a vast, mature ecosystem of libraries, tools, and frameworks that has been built over nearly 2 decades. The developer mindshare and software optimization around CUDA represent a monumental barrier to entry for any competitor. Huawei addressing this with its CAN software stack and MindSpore framework. They have made impressive progress, offering a full-stack alternative. However, it still lags behind in third-party support, community depth, and overall maturity. Migrating from a CUDA-based workflow to MindSpore requires significant retraining and code adaptation, creating a substantial switching cost for development teams, even if the hardware is capable. Conclusion. So, to conclude today's presentation, first, the Huawei Ascend 910D is a technically impressive chip that proves China can design and manufacture high-performance AI accelerators despite stringent external constraints. It excels in raw compute power and efficiency for specific precision types. Second, NVIDIA maintains decisive advantages in memory technology, overall platform maturity, and its unassailable software ecosystem. Their ability to innovate with new architectures like Blackwell ensures they remain the global leader. Finally, we are witnessing the bifurcation of the AI hardware market. Two parallel ecosystems are developing: an NVIDIA-dominated global market and a Huawei-dominated Chinese market. The ultimate competition may not be a direct technical showdown, but rather the separate evolution of these two technology stacks. For us as technical professionals, this means understanding both ecosystems will be increasingly important, especially for organizations with a global footprint.